Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I am just astonished and so happy that I have somehow gotten the guest of all time. The best guests of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, I have, you can see, Santa and Mrs. Claus. Here, we're on that one in the center there with the big blue circle around it.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, he says ho, ho, ho. And we are going to talk about the big Cisne Christmas coming up Friday night. And we're going to talk with them about that, as well as I can only imagine what all we're going to talk about today. How you all been doing, by the way? You're looking great.
Well, we've been busy.
Been busy.
We stay busy.
I bet you do. We're going to talk Santa Claus and do all that here in just a minute. Before we do that, let me get you a little bit. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Tuesday, December 6th. You guys are off camera, so go ahead and take a breather, whatever you want to do, Santa. I guess you probably need to shave that beard, maybe, or something.
There you go.
We're going to, this is going to be a lot of fun today, talking to Santa and Mrs. Claus about what's going on this weekend down in Cisne. It's going to be a big time. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. What are some events going on today, Tuesday, December 6th? I could find a few things going on, as a matter of fact, actually, but the Blue Point Church, they are having a senior grocery giveaway up at Blue Point Church today. They, of course, that's south of Flora off State Street. South of Flora, north of Cisne, northwest of Cisne a little bit. They're a senior grocery giveaway from 10 a.m. until noon today. The packages are free to those age 60 and over. No financial restrictions as well or either. So go to the east door of the church. Of course, it is at 1147 CR 1975 North. Now, that's just off Blue Mound Road as you're heading south toward the Route 161, right? Yeah, so just off of Blue Mound Road. I drive by it every couple of days. I didn't realize that it was. I didn't realize that it was not on. I didn't think about the address being off Blue Mound Road. Mm-hmm. County Highway, whatever number it is. You know, that's the thing. That's the really cool part. Santa is here. He knows where everybody lives.
Yes, he knows his direction.
Long before guidance system.
GPS. He don't need no GPS. So yeah, you'll want to go down there and get your grocery giveaway. What else? Actually, it must be that day of the month, because the Helping Hands Food Pantry over at in Odin is also doing groceries today. The Gospel Lighthouse Church over at 1004 East Poplar Street in Odin. They are from 10 a.m. to noon as well. Bring a box or a basket for your food to be placed, in which your food to be for. I'm messing up my prepositions. Mrs. Claus is going to have my tail. Bring a box or basket for your food, in which, no? What the heck? How would I put that?
To have your food placed in.
I hate to end a sentence with a preposition, Mrs. Claus. Getting on the naughty list already. I just feel stupid, but yeah, they'll help you out there. Again, that is in Odin, and 10 a.m. to noon. What else is today, ladies and gentlemen? Tuesday, December 6th, a widely celebrated National Gazpacho Day. National Gazpacho Day recognizes a flavorful soup that cooks serve cold. This typically tomato-based vegetable soup originated in the southern Spanish region. You were close. Yeah, you were close. Santa Claus. I tell you what, Santa Claus knows it all. Santa Claus, he was pretty close. He said Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spain. Just a little off. That's all right. No problem. Gazpacho is widely consumed in Spanish cuisine, usually during the summer months, as the original gazpacho recipe includes stale bread, water, vinegar, oil, and salt. Other ingredients will then include olive oil, wine, vinegar, water, and plenty of salt. Typical method for preparing gazpacho: of course, wash your vegetables, peel your tomatoes, garlic, and your onions. Chop all vegetables, traditionally pounded with a mortar, and process in a food processor. Add the soaked bread. Blend part of the processed contents until liquid, depending on the desired consistency. Blend in the chilled water, olive oil, vinegar, and salt to taste. Add your remaining processed ingredients and then garnish as desired. Gazpacho offers cooks many modern variations. Abundant fresh fruits, vegetables, and herbs also make for delicious gazpacho as well. Consider using ingredients such as avocado. How do you take, Mrs. Claus, how do you take your gazpacho?
Cold, like everyone else.
Cold, like do you?
But I have to say, your recipe doesn't sound really good when you start off with it has stale bread.
I'm not sure they do that anymore. I think that's how it started. But here are some other ingredients that can make it: avocados, cucumbers, parsley. I have had watermelon gazpacho, as well as grapes.
Never heard of that.
You haven't had watermelon gazpacho? You need to get to Spain more often. Are those kids naughty there, so you don't get to Spain nearly often enough?
No, but it's a small country.
And when you're getting cookies all night long, it's probably difficult to get the gazpacho. I can understand that. That makes a ton of sense. What else is going on today? And this is perfect. This is the perfect day for this, seeing as how Santa Claus is here, because December 6th, ladies and gentlemen, is also St. Nicholas Day. Happy St. Nicholas Day. This recognizes the 3rd century saint who became an inspiration for modern day Santa Claus. St. Nicholas is known for selling all his possessions and giving the money to the poor. Raised as a devout Christian, St. Nicholas dedicated his whole life to serving the sick and the suffering. Of course, legendary stories about St. Nicholas later became part of the inspiration for modern day Santa Claus. For example, during the 3rd century, a daughter's chances of marriage increased when her father offered a large dowry to prospective husbands. One story tells of a poor father with 3 daughters, had no dowry to offer, but he got St. Nicholas to help him out, and so there you go. St. Nicholas does a good job. He is the patron saint of many, many causes, including sailors, travelers, clergy, as well as let's see, where'd I go? Clergy, school children, and thieves. That's a wide variety to be the patron saint of.
Well, when you consider that the fathers were using bribery to get their daughters,
using bribes,
things were,
I guess you can. That is easily understandable. Saint Nicholas is buried. He was actually born, in the village of Patar, located on the southeastern coast of modern-day Turkey, and buried in Myra. The water believed to have healing powers formed in his graves. It's called the Manna of St. Nicholas. How do folks incorporate St. Nicholas Day traditions? They put little gifts or surprises in people's shoes.
today we use stockings.
See, today you use stockings. Santa is right on it here. You understand that St. Nicholas, an inspiration. Do you consider St. Nicholas an inspiration to you, Santa Claus?
Absolutely. We prefer clean socks, by the way. I just want to get back to that.
I was wondering, not recently used stockings.
Yeah, recycled is fine, but clean, please.
I like that. I think that makes a ton of sense. I really do. I think that is more sensible for everybody, that's for sure. St. Nicholas born back in 270 A.D. What else is today, ladies and gentlemen, on December 6th? It is. Actually, this kind of goes hand in hand. National Pawnbrokers Day. National Pawnbrokers Day, a tribute to a profession that provides a valuable service to their clientele. Those in need of cash also are always looking for the reasonably good deal. They seek the services of pawnbrokers. The history of pawnbroking begins thousands of years ago in ancient Greece and Roman empires, and over the Far East over 3,000 years ago in China. A pawnbroker offers a loan of cash in exchange for property or goods as security. When the loan interest is repaid, pawnbroker returns the property. Also, several years ago, the National Pawnbrokers Association began a nice program on National Pawnbrokers Day called Musical Instrument Gift Day. Pawnbrokers across the country make generous donations of musical instruments to organizations in need. Back 10 years ago, they worked with Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation and collected instruments for a high school in Mississippi. That's a nice deal. Why do you think Pawnbrokers Day is celebrated on December 6th?
Need quick cash?
It is celebrated on St. Nicholas Day. Mm-hmm. It's because of St. Nicholas.
Because of the giving.
Because of Day of Giving. There you go. And cash. Probably cash. I think you're right, Santa Claus. I think Santa was right. It's all about the cash. What do you want to see on TV, folks? What's on television? What are the fun games to watch in sports tonight? We've got high school basketball this evening. The boys basketball, the Fairfield Mules will be in Flora, taking on the Flora Wolves. That'll be right here on this channel, Catch TV, at 6:15. JV will start, and the varsity to follow. NBA basketball tonight on TNT, a nice doubleheader of games at 6:30. The LA Lakers take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then that'll be followed at 9 by the Dallas Mavericks at the Denver Nuggets. Again, those on TNT, channel 633. NHL hockey, the Blues are playing. They'll be at the Islanders at 6:30 on Bally. That's channel 630. Also, Chicago Blackhawks at New Jersey, NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643. That'll be a good game for everybody. And also a few men's basketball in the NCAA taking place tonight on the ACC network. It's a doubleheader. At 5 o'clock, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies will be at Syracuse on the ACC network, channel 159. That'll be followed by the James Madison Dukes at the Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia's pretty good. Yale Bulldogs will be at Butler Bulldogs on Fox Sports 1, channel 610. The NC Central Eagles, that's at 5:30, and that'll be followed by the North Carolina Central Eagles at Marquette Golden Eagles, also on Fox Sports 1, channel 610. Finally, the one you've all been waiting for. At 6 o'clock, the Illinois Fighting Illini will be in Madison Square Garden taking on the Texas Longhorns, number 2 in the country, Texas Longhorns. That's on ESPN channel 601. That's all part of that Jimmy V Classic, and that'll be followed at 8:30 by the Iowa Hawkeyes versus the Duke Blue Devils, all those on ESPN. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I can't be more thrilled for who's here today. It's Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and we're going to talk about the big doings in Cisne on Friday night coming up this week, and also the innumerable things he still has to do. You're going to be busy the next couple of weeks, aren't you?
It's going to be busy, but we love it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Do stick around. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Santa Claus is here, and we'll be back right after these words. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I couldn't be more thrilled. I've known this guy for well over 50 years, and I've looked forward to every opportunity that I've had to chat with Santa Claus. Beginning when I was just a wee nipper, I would go to visit Santa Claus and sit on. You remember the old days? Me coming around sitting on your knee, Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, we're past that, Bruce.
We don't do that anymore.
As you grow up, there is a limit to what we can.
Well, I
handle.
suspect there is.
Yes, I remember.
How like the nice or the naughty list, Bruce?
Typically, there were negotiations that took place as to whether I was on the nice or the naughty list. I usually got on the nice list before the end of the negotiation. That's the thing, Mrs. Claus. And do you mind if I call you Mrs. Claus?
Nope.
I don't know your first name. I'd hate to be that forward.
I don't really put it out there. I just go
That's
by
probably
Mrs. Claus.
In this day and age with identity theft, you're probably wise to keep your first name to yourself. I think that makes sense. What I was going to say, though, Mrs. Claus, over the course of time, I was able to hone my negotiation skills. And your husband is he's very giving. He's a very kind person.
Yes.
I'll let him kid you. Bruce really negotiated at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He put the skids on behavior and turned into a darling of a person.
2 or 3 weeks of good behavior is actually not a bad way to go.
No, he did it well. He did it well.
Oh, well, I appreciate that over the years. But you have a big deal coming up Friday. Now, I know. Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Because right now, you've got the elves up there building PS3 5s or whatever they are, and all the video games. And what is the big? Have you talked to the kids yet? What is the big toy for this fall? Do we know yet this winter?
They're always into the electronics and the games and that kind of thing. But there seems to be some kids that are deciding they want to go outside and play, and balls and bats.
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah, that is. Well, it is certainly a wonderful thing. Okay, the Cisne, it's the Cisne Christmas. Tell me what is going on Friday night.
Okay, so Friday night at the Cisne Fire Station, and they got it beautifully lit, by the way. I don't know.
Have they?
Oh, have you been through the park?
No, I have not been yet through the park. I did it last year. I walked through last year, and it was just gorgeous. So they've got most of that stuff going again, huh?
Yeah, and we anticipate the park will be put on display on Facebook. But they got all kinds of displays out. But Friday, you'll get to see those, and at the fire station, Mrs. Claus and I will be there to greet the kids from 4 to 8, and we've even got Dasher going to be with us.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Now, time out here. We've got to stop the press. You've brought one of the reindeer to actually meet the children.
We will. We'll bring Dasher.
You're bringing
with
one
us.
of the reindeer,
and they can pet Dasher, I believe. And if Dasher's up for it, and get their picture made if Mom and Dad bring their camera.
Well, that's cool. So Dasher is going to be coming along, and there's no reindeer rides, I guess. You're not going to put a kid in a sleigh and let the reindeer tool around, Renora.
Nope. We don't have enough time for that. But there are several animals, I believe, at the veterinarian clinic.
Yes. Growls and Meows, I believe, is the name of it. It's going to have animals to pet.
The Murphy girl does an outstanding job.
Yes.
She's helped me 2 or 3 times this year. And actually, speaking of gifts from Santa, you probably had some people in Cisne saying, "Hey, get us a veterinarian in town." That was nice of you to come across with that.
It was delivered. Okay? Yes, she does a great job. Great family. We're glad to have her there. Our dog certainly enjoys long stays whenever we're busy and out and about. So
you do have to go do your traveling a little bit.
Yes, you've never seen our dog on any of our sleighs or anything.
No.
So anyway, we have a place for that to take place, but.
I don't want to hear about. Is it her reindeer or who's? I mean, you're bringing the reindeer, I presume, but do you have a stable person that keeps track of the reindeer for you?
Absolutely.
Who's that?
Oh, you mean stable? I thought you meant.
No, the actual person.
Oh yeah.
not their level of stability.
We try to work with only stable people.
Yes. But Dasher will have a handler there.
Dasher has a handler. Okay, that makes sense. Is Dasher a full-size reindeer?
Reindeer aren't very large.
Are they not?
No.
They're
not
didn't
very large.
So that's why you're using 8 of them to pull the sleigh.
Well, if he's not careful, he's going to need 10.
That's great.
I think she was saying cut back on the cookies.
Mrs. Claus.
This is my job. Keep
passive-aggressive Mrs. Claus. Yeah. That's beautiful. I love it. All right. I tell you what. Let's do. Take a quick break, and we're going to talk more about all the big stuff that is coming up this weekend in Cisne. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Santa and Mrs. Claus are here, and we're having a hoot. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We got Santa Claus here along with Mrs. Claus. Now, I feel bad. It's always... How come he gets top billing, Mrs. Claus? Is there? Do you ever feel like you maybe should? You're a big part of this deal too.
But my job is to take care of Santa and manage things at home when he can't be there.
Oh, is that right?
That's my job. Yes.
Okay, well so that's how.
I work behind the scenes.
So whenever Santa is talking to the kids, what is your job? I think folks who have sat on Santa's lap and visited Santa in the wherever in the cabin. Are you there to make notes for the parents, maybe to help them remember what Santa's doing for the kids, or what?
I try and help Santa keep the bag of candy going.
And
manage whoever's next in line, because we're all anxious to get up there on his lap, and we have to take turns, and sometimes that's hard. So I'm just there to help with those kinds of things.
But she's dressed beautifully. And,
she is dressed beautifully.
And the thing is that at one time you almost think she needs one of those black and white shirts and a whistle, but she always does it so well and good, and she's a great asset.
Well, okay, all right. So. Aww. That's a very kind thing for Santa to say. Well, we've already said, Santa's very kind, even if he's making up stuff half the way. He says. All right, Santa Claus. We started talking about the Cisne. You got the reindeer coming. What else is going on in Cisne on Friday?
Well, there's several animals even on the square. The alpacas.
Alpacas, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they will be there. Also, there is a donkey. You really can't imagine everything that's in there. And let's see, what is Catherine's doing?
They have cookie decorating, don't they?
All right. Yeah, cookie decorating.
And Mickey and Minnie are going to be there.
Oh, now hold on a second. I saw that on one of the here's the one of the Christmas in Cisne flyer. It said that Dasher will be here. Also, Disney characters Mickey and Minnie, Elisa and T-Rex.
I think it's Elsa.
Elsa?
I think it's Elsa. I think it's.
Oh, did they misspell it in there?
I think so.
Oh, that happens.
I'm not sure.
That happens. Elsa's from Frozen?
Yes.
Okay, see,
Elsa and Mickey.
I know this stuff.
There you go.
I have no idea what T-Rex is from.
Toy Story.
Oh, really?
Toy Story has T-Rex.
I was thinking Ice Age or something like that, but I didn't know what that was. Okay.
I think it's Toy Story.
Oh, that's. Is it how doggone how obvious is it to people that I don't have children? It just must,
but you're a kid at heart.
That's exactly right. I'm a kid at heart. Santa Claus. Okay, so you have that going on. What else going on?
The banks in the area, Trust Bank, they'll be handing out some items. Mount Airy State Bank or Citizens National out of Albion will also be there, and they'll be providing some things. No, they will not be handing out $20 bills.
Well, that's free samples was what folks would.
They've elected to mix it up a little bit and not hand out the green stuff.
That makes sense. I
think it's hot chocolate and maybe cider.
Hot chocolate.
I think hot chocolate.
We're gonna have hot cider too. Is the cider gonna be warmed up? Oh.
Are marshmallows extra?
don't know.
Since the hot
okay.
chocolate,
I'm just asking.
Since the hot chocolate's free, I would think, right? I mean, or
Bring your own marshmallow?
Bring your that might be the thing to do. That might make some sense. Okay, so this is not just at the volunteer fireman place, isn't it? Because the folks will be walking around, right?
All around the square.
Nice.
The village of Cisne, I think they're making snowflakes.
They're a snowball, snow cones.
Whoa!
Snow
okay.
cones. Wow, that'll be nice on a crisp December evening.
Make some snow, turn it into a snow cone.
There you go. I saw also on this thing, it says that Catherine's, which isn't there anymore, right? But I mean, that's where they're going to have story time.
Yes.
Every 15 minutes. Yeah.
Every 15 minutes of story time for the kids. Now, do you suggest Santa Claus? I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to put together the pathway for the children to make it through the evening. What would be the best order for the kids to visit the animals, visit story time, and then you?
Okay.
Or load up on cookies
and Mrs. Claus,
hot chocolate.
Get all the sugar in and bring it up.
Sugar going.
Okay. So anyway, one of the things that we have noticed is that if you have small children, sometimes it's best to come see us first.
Oh, is that right?
Because they're not that tired.
Yeah.
And you're not carrying them and standing in line and those kind of things. And then you can go to the other.
I think you just have to know your child and what their tolerance level is, and because oftentimes to see Dasher and myself and Mr. Claus here can be a long line, and so you just need to know your child's tolerance.
There's a lot of folks who want to see you guys, don't they?
Yes.
A lot of kids want to. Do you have the kids sit on your lap anymore, or
sure.
do you? Okay, I didn't know if your knee had started acting up at age 800.
Well, you know,
Here's a good exercise
works.
program.
We just duct tape and reinforcement like we do in football, and we're good to go.
Well, I said that's cool. That is wonderful. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some more of the things going on at the Cisne Christmas taking place this Friday night, Friday, December 9th in downtown Cisne, Illinois. I'm here with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. This is great. Back right after this. Stick around.
Okay.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus get a little warm in here.
We're used to colder temps.
That's right. They're used to North Pole. They're used to North Pole weather. But we're talking about what's going on down in downtown Cisne on Friday night from 4 till 8 p.m. I tell you what, Santa Claus, it sounds like you're just going to be. Are you sitting there the whole time with kids coming in and out, or
Yes.
do you take a break, or what?
Mrs. Claus and I will be there, and we'll have Dasher there in the firehouse, and people will come to us. But the entire square is lit up. There's going to be music. There's going to be promotions. We were just talking about, let's see, outdoor activities being sponsored by.
Well, you got. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just interrupted Santa Claus. You got to be kidding me.
Let me mark this down.
Oh no!
But Taste Buds, we haven't talked about them. Taste Buds has got some outdoor activities, and let's see, we also have barrel rides.
Now tell me about the barrel rides. That's going to be at the firehouse, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that you can put your children in a barrel that's made into a cart, and they will pull them around like a train.
Oh, now that's
pull them
fun. I was
around in
thinking
a
like
circle. They have a path they'll make.
No, Bruce, they're not putting it in the barrel, shutting it up. Come back and get them later.
I was thinking like the barrels that tip over the over the Niagara Falls type of thing.
No,
Santa Claus said that.
Santa would not allow those things.
He said that's exactly right. Santa's looking out for
And
the
these
kids.
are the reasons that Bruce had to work really hard after Thanksgiving when he was younger.
Still do. Still do. And we mentioned, you mentioned Taste Buds. We talked about the Murphys a little bit. Tamara and Jeff and Mary, they do a wonderful job. It's really kind of an opportunity. Have we checked the weather? It's supposed to be pretty nice on Saturday, isn't it? Or Friday night.
Well, we're from the North Pole, and it really doesn't matter. But for those of you in line, you will be inside the beautiful firehouse.
Oh, no, that's cool.
And so, yeah, that'll work out very, very well.
Oh, that's good. That makes
Elsa and Minnie and Mickey and T-Rex that will all be inside the firehouse.
Okay, now it seems like we had last year we had a professional photographer there, but this year we're urging folks to take their own pictures, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. You know, things happen, and last year there was a technical glitch, and there was some disappointment there. So just bring your own phone.
Yeah.
Most people have them.
Yeah.
Just take your photos.
Are you are you delivering phones to people here in 2 or 3 weeks also, or what's the?
You know, I run into a problem with that.
What's that?
Well, everybody wants different accessories.
Apples and oranges and all kinds of such.
You know, they're a little picky about the numbers that they get.
Yeah.
Few people, you know, were disgruntled whenever they lived in Cisne, Illinois, and they got Hong Kong area codes. So we kind of backed away from that. And
that's probably for the best.
Yeah, so anyway, we're concentrating on some other things.
Well, now that's good. What is typical? What are the typical age? What's the old? All right, now tell me this. What is the oldest kid that has come and sit on your lap? And do you have like in Cisne or something? Can you give me some Santa Claus horror stories? Not horror stories.
Well, let's just say that usually
interesting stories.
Usually, you know, I will tell you this, that Mrs. Claus and I were there at Cisne, and there were some high school girls. Okay. And they just kept holding back.
So you see these kids.
Yes.
You see these young ladies.
And so here they are, and we're about to wrap things up, and they came in.
Yeah.
And they sat down, and they said, Santa, can you can you bring us some shoes?
No kidding.
And here we are. It is cold, cold weather. And
it's the end of the
they have
night.
Socks and they have sandals. They don't have any shoes.
What'd you do, Santa, at the time? I mean, for crying out loud. I'm assuming that you took care of them 2 weeks later, I presume, hopefully.
Actually, we were able to expedite that particular.
That's good. Well, that's the thing. It's the middle of December. They probably needed them then.
Absolutely. But anyway, those are some of the heartwarming. And let me just say this. We live in a wonderful community. I think you mentioned about those that are giving food away.
Yeah.
And, Clay County Food Pantry gives it away every Monday from 9 to 11 on Austin Avenue. Please take advantage of those things.
Right.
Mrs. Claus and I will bring the fluff. We'll bring the other thing. But those things that make the meals and those kind of things, parents, don't hesitate. Just step out there on behalf of your family.
Exactly right, and I guess I'm a little troubled that it took those girls that long. I guess were they just wanting to usher up the nerve to come ask you for shoes, or
I believe actually in this particular case they were embarrassed.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you go to? Do you go to school?
Yeah.
And mention it? No, you're too tough. You're too big.
Yeah, you're afraid at school somebody's going to make fun of you, maybe.
Mrs. Claus and my attention, some things happened. And
you folks know, you guys know people.
We do.
We have connections.
You have connections.
Santa's very
I bet you Santa's connections are the best, Mrs. Claus. I bet you that he could probably call in a few favors from a few folks. What's the what are the fun things that kids I had a question. I had at this concert I played in on Sunday night. It was a Christmas concert, and the guy, the director, asked the audience what's the best Christmas gift they ever received, whenever from Santa Claus as well as an adult. And I know exactly. I got to thinking about it. It took me about 5 seconds to remember the best Christmas morning gift that I ever got. And do you? I guess your thing is what are some of the best Christmas gifts you remember delivering to kids, or make kids the happiest? That's a tough question.
It is a tough question, and in some cases, some little girls never have a doll.
Now that doesn't seem possible.
No, we take it for granted.
Yeah.
And the boys, there's boy doll now, and they love to do the G.I. Joe and and all those. But there's so many. Now, there are still those that love the idea of, I want a new pair of glasses and a BB gun. Normally, they ask for the BB gun and then they need
the new pair of glasses. Yeah.
But no, the toy guns are still very popular, boys and girls. And so many times the little kids ask for gifts for their parents.
Do they really?
Yeah, and that's touchy.
Oh, now that probably makes you feel pretty good too.
It does.
What?
They don't get cold. They,
In that vein, kids have no ideas what adults probably need and want. I mean, they're a 5 or 8, 7, 6-year-old kid has no idea what their parents need. What does a child ask for their parents?
It's rather amazing. They may say, "I'd like for my mom to have a book she likes."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're always listening. They're always listening to what
Is that right?
parents are saying. It's just if they repeat it or not.
Ah, okay. They'll ask they'll ask for a book. What else are some of the things they might bring up that mom or dad might need?
And some of them just would like time.
Time?
Time.
Really?
I want my mom to have a day off.
That must be. This must be what makes you really enjoy your gig.
Whenever they recognize, Mom just wants a few minutes to herself, or Dad and Mom want some time together. Yeah, there's some smart kids out there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I tell you what, we're going to come back. We're going to take another quick break, wrap things up here with Santa Claus after these words. But we're talking about the big Cisne Christmas on Friday night. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there. They're going to be talking to the kids and get the Christmas gifts, the Christmas lists ready for Friday night. Back right after this. Stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owners insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, talking here with Santa and Mrs. Claus. So good of them to make time to come down from the North Pole because they're going to be coming back down on Friday night to Cisne Square, to the square in Cisne. And
we're just run ragged this time of year.
You are running ragged this time of year. That's exactly right. We don't want to forget any of your helpers for this Friday night's event, Santa. We mentioned the one of the banks. It's Trust Bank, right? That's helping out.
Yes. Well, they're helping out, but we also have the Mount Airy Bank branch for citizens. And both banks are providing COCO, so you can go and find out which one's got the best, right? But we also have Sheila Walker, and Sheila Walker is bringing her, is it the donkey, I believe?
Sheila's got Luther.
Okay, the donkey.
Luther the donkey.
Donkey. And then we have the Hills, and they are bringing the
Blanche and Penny.
The there's just so many people that are willing to give up some time and energy and bring and share. And the Cisne Square, again, is absolutely lit up with displays from all of the businesses and organizations. Right. The churches take a big part in that. And the
who are the folks? I mean, the churches. You don't these businesses. They don't just put their own thing in there. There's like people. Is it the city of Cisne that puts up those?
You're
those
absolutely
devices?
you're absolutely 100% correct. Dave Bullard and Andy Atwood and those individuals, they go and they set up all of these displays around. Just getting the electricity hooked to all of them.
Oh yeah, I would think that would be large.
I've been working on it for a while.
And so, if you can't make it Friday, and I pray that you do, but if you can't, at least take the time and drive through Cisne and go around the square. It is worth the drive just to see all the lights and the displays. And the music is playing. I will not be singing, and that's a plus. And Bruce, will you have your tuba down there, Bruce?
I've got it in my car right now.
I wondered. Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I could play it a moment's notice, but I actually Friday night I have to work, so one of those doggone adult things. I won't be able to come down and give you my list. I'll probably give him my list before he leaves today.
We'll
Christmas.
take it.
Well, that's outstanding. It's 4 to 8. You're going to be there the whole time. You're going to be taking visitors the whole time, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We look forward to it.
Do you get Santa? I know you get a break on December 25th or December 26th. The 5th, I guess, afternoon, maybe, whenever you get finished going all around the world. How long of a break will you take before you start getting ready for next year?
We're already geared up for next year.
You're already starting for next year? You're kidding me.
No, you can't.
No rest for the wicked?
No. Well,
no rest for the wicked? This is what gets me on the naughty list. I'm just the worst. I can't help myself.
All right, we just saved some time because Bruce gets nothing. Bruce is off the list, so we got a little more time than we did last week.
We can have a week off.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
So you're going to take off? You don't take any time off?
No. We love what we do.
Well, that's outstanding. I'm sure you do.
And we wouldn't want to disappoint anybody. And all of a sudden, it's a little tough to make up time. So if you don't plan ahead, and then all of a sudden, here comes the 25th, and you say, we're 12 hours behind.
That's how I do it.
That's going to be an issue. That's going to be a problem. What was the latest you ever bought a gift for a member of your family?
Oh, I have terrible stories about buying gifts for members of my family. It's Santa Claus. Once when I was a child, I was a very economical young man, and mom and dad would give us a little bit of money to go to the index store and do our shopping. Well, I wanted. They gave me $5. And I wanted.
That was good money.
That was good money. I had 6 people to buy for, though. So I somehow got it done. And still like $2 at the end for myself. People were getting like Army men or something. so yeah, that was the week of Christmas. And I got somebody a little bought up Prel shampoo. And yeah, that was one of the more memorable for bad things happening. The other time, one of the times that you tried to skip me or wanted to skip me, or actually you may have been told to skip the house, was it was a Saturday night. The babysitters were there right before Christmas. I think 4 or 5 days before Christmas. I decided I needed a haircut. Yeah, so I got a fresh haircut on Monday or Tuesday as well, but the Saturday night haircut was basically just the front, all straight off.
Do you remember that, Santa? Do you remember that?
I do, and the thing was, we had to do a little. Now, you may think that we didn't take good care of you, but the bottom line is, do you know how difficult it was arguing with the district attorney not to press charges when you weren't licensed to cut hair?
I appreciate that. I certainly do.
We were able to keep you out of jail for Christmas.
Yeah, that's the fun Christmas where I have everybody else has their normal hair and I have a crew cut.
How many pictures of that do you have?
There's a lot. There are. The only thing I'm thankful for is that I think most of them are on slides, so they haven't been moved over to disc yet. So yeah, they're mostly they're on a carousel somewhere floating around. Oh well, now that is cool. So little boys and little girls will start lining up at 4 o'clock. Is it okay if I get there at 6 or something? If I'm a family and bring my kids, I'll be able to see the whole thing, right? How much time does it take to get through the whole Christmas thing?
Actually, you're going to take about an hour and a half because remember they're reading stories. That's 15 minutes,
right? And that's in the Old Catherine's.
Each location is going to have a line.
Okay.
And yeah. So come early, and you won't be disappointed. Okay. And here's the thing that we found, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but with these people standing around, they actually visited with one another.
Really?
And that's something that
folks
doesn't
talking
happen.
with one another on the street.
We've been doing this, and we went ahead and did it, even when there was COVID.
Yeah.
People were starved to be able to talk to one another and to visit, and in 1 or 2 years, these kids really grow up.
I certainly do, because you'll be seeing kids for maybe the second or third time.
This is true,
or just in this setting here. Do you have at what age are kids scared of Santa Claus, or do they? At what point do they realize, hey, this guy is actually a pretty good dude, and I want to spend time with him? What's the thought process there?
I would say about 4 years old. We decide we kind of like Santa. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Sometimes
is that right?
We're 5-year-olds before we figure out that he is the man.
Santa is the man.
Yeah. So 2 and 3-year-olds can sometimes not think that he is the man anymore.
How do you convince a child that is maybe a little frightened, a little apprehensive about Santa Claus? Well, how do you go about?
All right, actually, you don't push yourself into it.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Claus is usually with her soft voice and good looks, just steps in there like a grandmother type thing. And Mrs. Claus just wins them over, and whenever she acknowledges that I'm not a bad guy, then they're more accepting.
Then the kids will as well.
I have a lot of sway with littles.
It's almost like you have a little experience at it.
800 years worth, yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, that is in Cisne this Friday night. What's the most enjoyable part for you, Santa? Do you think?
Getting to talk to the kids.
How about
actually just seeing the community fire up?
Really?
Yeah, I mean everybody's in the spirit. Everybody's wanting to be a part and share in the evening.
Now, let's be honest, it's the cookies.
Bring your own marshmallows just in case. And they do. They take very good care of us with the cookies and cocoa. Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, this Friday night is the first big night, and then Saturday, a couple of weeks after that, is going to be kind of a big night too.
It'll be a load.
Saturday's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Mrs. Claus, thank you so much for being. How many candy canes do you have to be ready to go with at something like this?
Oh, we try to have an endless supply.
Probably need one. It's going to be such fun, folks. It's downtown Cisne this Friday night from 4 to 8 o'clock. See Santa, see the reindeer. Dasher, you said, is going to be there? Dasher is going to be there. And Mrs. Claus will be there. Santa, Mrs. Claus, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Bruce, for allowing us to be here. And once again, thank you to the Village of Cisne for putting us all together and making this such an enjoyable event to look forward to.
Did I get on the good side yet?
We're working on it.
See y'all next time, folks. Have a great day.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.